Guitar slush along the avenue outside, sending a muted echo against the heavy door. You slip past the security gate silently, dropping your damn canvas backpack on the floor. You pull out the wooden chair across from me, shaking rain off your bangs with a quick grin. The blue light from your stylus hits your cheek as the storm locks the whole city in. The desk clerk does not even bother looking up, just the hum of the HVAC and rain on the slate. You slide a scribbled index card toward my desk, asking how much longer we are going away. Outside the street is drowning in a gray wash, but you and I are tucked behind the sociology stacks. Let the afternoon drift on down the corridor. We do not need to hurry our footsteps back. Just unbutton your coat and lean into the quiet. This rainy library has everything we lack. A street sweeper clitters through the gutter below, a muffled rattle rising 6 stories high. You trace a diagram on the margin of your notepad, watching the wet neon reflection paint the sky. You whisper that your canvas shoes are so clear through, and offer half a granola bar from your pocket. We watch the rain turn the boulevard into a river, safe inside the soaking marble socket. 5 p.m. bells reverberate down the stairwell, soft vinyl crackle leaking from your earbud wire. You shrug your shoulders and rest your head on your arms, neither of us feeling the need to acquire anything more than this corner, this silence, this space. Tire still slush on the avenue below, save my spot. We do not have to leave just yet, still rain on the glass.
Frayed yellow knit clings to my damp wrist, sucking in rain from the avenue outside. I pull the weave down past my knuckles, watching the glass blur as droplets glide. Your oversized sweater still smells like cheap clove, safe from 5 Aprils ago in the stacks. The hum of the biolights dims to a glow, tracing the groove where the linoleum cracks. Suddenly I'm sitting right beside you, whispering notes across a microfilm screen. You drew a tiny star in purple ink, right in the margin where we were meant to be seen. Rain hits the skylight in a rhythmic loop, and I'm caught inside a past tense stream. Rewinding the reel on this wooden desk, nothing is ever quite as silent as it seems. The texture of wet wool brought you back today, 3 rows away from where we threw it all away. Coarse ribbed cotton presses on my lap, holding the warmth of a ghost in the room. I flip through a digital archive of sketchbooks, filtering dust through the afternoon gloom. You laughed when your coffee spilled onto the hem, darkening threads that I never washed out. Now the smart glass reflects just a single silhouette, drowning in quiet, surrounded by doubt. Rain hits the skylight in a rhythmic loop, and I am caught inside a past tense dream. Rewinding the reel on this wooden desk, nothing is ever quite as silent as it seems. The texture of wet wool brought you back today, 3 rows away from where we threw it all away. Memory flickers like a loose LED while you tucked your thumb inside this ragged seam. We shared a pair of wireless earbuds back then, drifting away on a low fidelity stream. I press my hand against the coarse weave now, listen listening for echoes of a whispered vow. Frayed yellow knit cold against my palm. The storm outside settles into calm. Just a memory trapped inside the sleeve. Just a rainy afternoon I cannot leave.
This silver paperclip lies bent out of shape, scratched against the floor mica till the metal gives way. The glass roof above me holds 1,000 great drops, tapping out a rhythm that never quite stops. I should be reviewing my notes on the screen, but my mind keeps wandering to places unseen. The blue light flickers off my fingernails as another quiet train down the valley fails. Someone turns a page 2 aisles over from here, a dry whispering sound making everything clear. The smell of wet wool and old printed dust, a quiet sanctuary I have learned to trust. I'm staying right here till the downpour lets up, watching condensation ring my insulated cup. The library holds every secret I keep, while the world outside sinks 6 inches deep. Just me and my thoughts in a circle of light, losing track of the time as the afternoon turns to night. I trace the soft grooves in the small plastic clip, listening to water drops slip and then drip. A student across from me shifts in their coat, leaving a forgotten coffee stain on a sticky note. In 2036, people rarely come down to read physical pages on this side of town, but I like the heavy silence hanging in the air, the simple comfort of an unassigned chair. My phone screen dims to a muted gray glow, notifications muted, nowhere to go. The storm hits the window with a sudden sharp slap, and I lean my head back for a minute-long nap. I do not need answers to the questions I brought, just a corner to shelter every rambling thought. I am staying right here till the downpour lets up, watching condensation ring my insulated cup. The library holds every secret I keep, while the world outside sinks 6 inches deep. Just me and my thoughts in a circle of light, losing track of the time as the afternoon turns to night. The paperclip rests on the polished dark wood. I stay much longer than I thought that I would. The rain keeps falling on the glass overhead. I close my notebook and leave the words unread. How many raindrops does it take to dissolve a thought before it lands? I'm staring at a digital index card that expired 3 years ago. My tablet glows faint violet on the scratched wood grain table. The gray sky outside is pressing hard against the high arched glass. Dust motes floating in the warm LED light, breathing slow. I wonder if the archivist noticed me sitting here since 10 in the morning. Pencil graphite smudging on my left thumb, coffee getting colder than the polished marble floor. Every footprint from the entryway leaves a tiny shallow lake. My mind wanders off to a place I cannot name anymore, unless the ink bleeds first. I'm staying right here, watching the storm translate itself into heavy silence. Rows of spine-bound lives fading into the afternoon humidity. I forget what page I was looking for, but it feels like shelter. Stream of water down the glass, stream of consciousness in my head. Did I turn off the smart radiator back in my studio flat? It does not matter now, the bass beat from my headphones bleeds out soft. Low fidelity rain outside, real fidelity rain up on the roof. Someone turns a heavy page 3 aisles over, sound like a dry leaf falling. I trace the embossed lettering on an old archive of forgotten dialects. Maybe I should learn how to say stay in 100 dead languages. Unless the ink bleeds first, I'm staying right here, watching the storm translate itself into heavy silence. Rows of spine-bound lives fading into the afternoon humidity. I forget what page I was looking for, but it feels like shelter. Stream of water down the glass, stream of consciousness in my head. A holographic notification pops up, I swipe it away into thin air. Everything in 2036 moves too fast, except this corner desk. The smell of damp paper and vintage glue holding my attention hostage. Is it normal to want the thunderstorm to last all night, just to keep the magnetic locks engaged and the noise outside muted? How many raindrops does it take? I guess I will keep counting until the overhead lights flicker off. Section 800, quiet corners, gray fog against the window pane. Still waiting for an answer that will never arrive.
Where do the words go when nobody reads them anymore? The soft drum of precipitation plays against the high sky like glass. Amber screen dims on my desk as the power grid rattles down. Someone left a cold ceramic mug beside the microfiche reels. 7 raindrops slide down section 800. Poetry, architecture, half-forgotten essays on urban decay. My thumb traces the worn cloth binding of a book printed 40 years back. Thoughts blur like wet watercolor on cheap recycled paper. The ambient humidity sensor chirps a low warning sound. A faint hiss rises from the induction charging pad. Are you staring out a window somewhere on the other side of town? Lost inside a stream of quiet ink and rainfall, pencil that snaps under the weight of a thought I cannot finish. The library holds its breath while the sky spills over the city. Footsteps on damp carpet, drifting through the aisle, drifting through my mind. Page 94 smells like cedar shavings and wet raincoat wool. A notification flickers silent in my optic display, left unread. Why did I ride the mag line all the way to this flooded district? Because the silence in these stacks is crowded with older intentions. A librarian in a knitted sweater sorts optical storage discs. Drop, drop, drop against the high clerestory windows. I cannot remember if I locked my studio door or if it even matters now. Lost inside a stream of quiet ink and rainfall, pencil that snaps under the weight of a thought I cannot finish. The library holds its breath while the sky spills over the city. Footsteps on damp carpet, drifting through the aisle, drifting through my mind. High-rise thunder shakes the oak table slightly. If I stay past 7, will the maintenance drone sweep my shadow away? Coffee stain shaped like a crooked crescent moon. listen to the rain. Just listen to the rainwater on paper. Still no answer floating in the room. Just the low hum of the dehumidifier by section C. Another page turns without a sound. Outside the storm keeps pouring, just drifting through the quiet.
Sign luminescence bleeds the rain-streaked acrylic paneling, illuminating dust motes suspended above the study pot. You slid your thermal thermos onto my divider track. Tap the margin of my e-paper display without a word. Is this index section open? You whisper barely audible, pointing at the chapter on forgotten municipal codes. Raindrops knocking binary rhythms on the glass dome above. I shifted my tablet, making room for your damn sleeves. I think that section moved to the third server rack, I said, watching you smile through the pale flickering neon glow. You can borrow my highlighter if the text gets dark. We are stranded in the quiet while the cloudburst starts. You asked what brought me here on a weather alert day. I told you I came seeking words I didn't know how to say. Just two strangers trading notes in aisle 4B, listening to the storm rewrite the city. Your stylus clicked against the synthetic bamboo desk. A lo-fi beat stream playing softly in your bone conduction headphones. Do you believe the authors knew we'd sit here 10 years later? You gestured toward a hardcover bound in faded indigo wool. I handed you my pocket translator, charging cable attached. Maybe they just wanted someone to hold their quiet back. Raindrops knocking binary rhythms on the glass dome above. You pushed a sticky note with a scribbled doodle across the wood. I guess we found the safest corner in 2034, you murmured, watching droplets race down the double pane storm door. You can borrow my highlighter if the text gets dark. We are stranded in the quiet while the cloudburst starts. You asked what brought me here on a weather alert day. I told you I came seeking words I didn't know how to say. Just two strangers trading notes in aisle 4B, listening to the storm rewrite the city. The librarian dimmed the overheads as 5 o'clock approached. You slid your chair closer, voice dropping another octave. If the deluge doesn't stop, do you want to share an umbrella? I nodded, closing my digital binder with a soft electronic click. Sometimes the best conversations are built on silent library rules. Sign luminescence turning into soft indigo twilight. Thanks for the highlighter, you whispered in the hallway. Two sets of wet sneakers heading out into the storm. Aisle 4B is quiet again.
Heavy oak sinks into worn carpet tile as rain taps rhythm on the glass panel wall. I sit right where you used to hide a while, watching digital index lights gently fall. You were 17, terrified of the space between the future and your unwritten page. You thought every silent corner knew your face, trapped inside a self-constructed cage. Listen to me through the long decade gap. The noise in your head eventually clears. The storm outside is just a harmless tap, washing out your heavy silent fears. Dear 16-year-old sitting in row 3, the rain won't drown the person you will be. the stacks tonight. You're allowed to move slowly into the light. The books you're studying won't define your heart. It's alright if you don't know where to start. I see your scribbles on the margin grid, panicking about grades that won't even matter. You kept your dreams carefully locked and hid, fearing every drop of rainy clatter. The 2030 globe, my screen shows clear. We survived the debt, we survived the cold. The heavy wooden seat you hated sitting near is now the warmest place I get to hold. Forgive yourself for sitting in the dark, for thinking every failure was a permanent mark. The rain outside still smells like damp pine, and back then, kid, you were doing just fine. So rest your hands upon the sturdy wood, I promise you it turns out good. Close the binder, let the rainfall play. You made it all the way.
This heavy leather chair presses down into the floorboards as rain taps the glass. I look at the empty table across from me, where you used to study for exams that didn't matter. You had your digital tab up dim low, terrified of failing the world. Your knuckles were pale, gripping a cheap stylus like a lifeline in the gloom. I wish I could send a message back through the damp air between 22 and 30. Tell you that the storm outside will clear eventually, even if it feels eternal right now. The rain streams down the high library panes, blurring the city lights in pale blue lanes. You thought every wrong answer was an ending, but look at us now, we survived the bending. So stop holding your breath in the quiet aisle. It is okay to rest for a little while. The books on these shelves don't keep score of your mistakes, and you'll heal from the silent heartbreaks. I am writing this back to the kid in the rain. You don't have to carry all that heavy pain. The quiet ambient hum of the microclimate vents filters through the stacks. I remember how you checked your watch every 3 minutes, convinced time was running out. Your jacket was soaked from the dash across the courtyard, smelling of wet wool and ozone. You thought you needed to master every future before the sun came back up. If you only knew that the job you worried about isn't even what brought us peace. If you only knew that the person who broke your heart was just a passing cloud. The rain streams down the high library panes, blurring the city lights in pale blue lanes. You thought every wrong answer was an ending, but look at us now, we survived the bending. So stop holding your breath in the quiet aisle. It is okay to rest for a little while. The books on these shelves don't keep score of your mistakes, and you'll heal from the silent heartbreaks. I am writing this back to the kid in the rain. You don't have to carry all that heavy pain. Put down the pen, loosen your jaw. You're never broken by the flaws you saw. The 32nd floor apartment is waiting for us years ahead, with warm tea, soft lights, and no tears left unsaid. You did enough today. Just let the vinyl groove play. The storm will pass and turn to gray. The weight of the chair holds me up now, steady and calm. You made it here, my younger self, safe in the storm. Just close the screen, take a deep breath. You made it through.
An uninvited memory breaks the quiet. Right as the automated blinds tilt low, outside the tempest builds a muted riot. Inside the soft display panels warmly glow. The 4-floor stacks are wrapped in cedar scent. Rain beads like mercury along the bay. A projector beam shows dust in slight ascent, turning the afternoon a shade of gray. Paper pages rustle near the glass. A charging pad hums a steady lead. We watch the foggy street level traffic pass, with nowhere else to go and half a book to read. The rainfall plays a rhythm on the atrium roof. Low beats bouncing off the oak paneled floor. Every shadow in the alcove is living proof that time slows down behind the library door. Micro fleece jacket tucked against the chill. We fade into the acoustic warmth and stay still. A tablet screen dims down to night mode gray. An old hardcover rests across someone's knee. The smart glass tinting adjusts to the way the afternoon drowns out the city and sea. High up in aisle 7, reflections trace the light drip drop. Patterns forming on the window pane. Someone turns a page. The atmosphere stays tight as ambient speakers swallow up the rain. Camera pans slow past the silent study pods, glowing soft green where the seats are occupied. Distant thunder rolls against impossible odds, while 100 quiet stories rest inside. No loud voices, just the steady tap of keys and water trickling down the architectural trees. The storm outside keeps steady time, a quiet hum, a subtle rhyme. Dusk settles softly on the third row beam, lost in a quiet, rain-soaked dream.
Where do all the promises go when nobody is listening anymore? My screen lights up with a battery warning instead of your name. I keep rewinding that petty argument in the kitchen over cold coffee. You said I was holding back, but I was just terrified of falling through. Now I am pacing in circles, looking at the dent where your shoes used to sit. Is it crazy that I keep asking the empty hallway if you still care? I almost drove past your apartment building around 3 a.m. Deleted the navigation route 3 times before I put the car in parking. My mind keeps sliding back to the night we stopped pretending. Trapped inside a thought loop that never really finds an ending. Maybe we were living on borrowed time we could never afford. Now every memory feels like an unpaid debt knocking at my door. I am still loving you in the quiet parts of the night I cannot tame. Tracing invisible patterns on the sheet, whispering to the dark again. How do I quiet a heartbeat that never learned how to say goodbye? Found your dark green hoodie tucked behind the laundry basket today. I should throw it in a box, but throwing it away feels like erasing proof that we existed, proof that I did not just imagine the whole year. My brothers tell me I need to hit the club and move on with my life, but every stranger in the dim light feels like a dull shadow of you. Thoughts running on a track with no brakes, spinning out of control. I almost drove past your apartment building around 3 a.m. Deleted the navigation route 3 times before I put the car in park. My mind keeps sliding back to the night we stopped pretending. Trapped inside a thought loop that never really finds an ending. Maybe we were living on borrowed time we could never afford. Now every memory feels like an unpaid debt knocking at my door. I am still loving you in the depths of the night I cannot tame, tracing invisible patterns on the sheet, whispering to the dark again. How do I quiet a heartbeat that never learned how to say goodbye? If my number flashed on your phone right now, would your chest tighten up? Or am I just a contact name you scrubbed away to clean your conscience? We spent 2 years building a home just to let it fill with smoke. Now I am coughing on the ashes, wondering who broke first. Sitting on the floor with the street lamps leaking through the blinds. Do you ever scroll back to the beginning of our chat history? Probably not. It is just me and the static tonight. Just me. Yesterday you swore the ceiling leaked above history, but it's just condensation dripping down the double glass pane. A green charging ring pulses on a matte black tablet. A wet tote bag rests against the mahogany table base. Graphite shavings cluster near a half-used pink eraser. The humidity meter on the pillar reads 68%. Someone turns page 43 with a slow dry scrape. Wet sneaker soles squeak once against polished linoleum. A faint blue sink light blinks on the digital kiosk screen. The rain outside keeps beating, a steady low BPM. A forgotten paperclip sitting on the wooden armrest. Through raindrops tracing parallel lines down the corner window. A steaming thermos cap used as a tiny makeshift cup. The quiet hum of the overhead air filtration grid. Catalog in every small thing while the storm stays outside. Just small details collected in the quiet of row 9. A thumbprint lingers on a glossy jacket cover. A mechanical pencil clicks 3 times in a rhythmic pattern. The librarian scanner emits a soft muffled chime. Water pooling in the tread of an abandoned umbrella. A neon sticky note hanging half peeled off a binder edge. The subtle scent of damp wool mixing with old paper stock. An e-ink display refreshes with a quick dark flash. A metal bookshelf vibrates when a delivery drone flies past outside. Someone's sleeve catches slightly on a copper spiral spine. The storm clouds darken the courtyard by 2 full stops. A dropped highlighter rolling 2 inches to the left. The clock on the wall ticking without making a sound. Rain beating rhythmic taps on the glass canopy. Just small observations until the library doors lock. A brass leaf marks page 214, resting flat on scratched up wood. Outside the skylight, gray rain falls, drowning the noise of the neighborhood. My tablet hums in low standby, soft glow against the damp dark floor. I count the drops that slide sideways, wishing I wanted something more. Pages turn like heavy tides, whispers drift through aisle 9. Everybody here is somewhere to go. I am just burning down my time. Rain on the library glass tonight, filtering all the city light. I hide inside this wooden maze, lost in a comfortable quiet haze. No need to speak, no need to prove, just watching the steady shadows move. My coffee cup has turned ice
ice cold, leaving a ring beside my notes. A student, 2 desks oversized, adjusting the color of her coat. I traced the metal leaf again, cool brass against my thumb. Thinking of text messages unread, waiting for winter to finally come. Rain on the library glass tonight, filtering all the city light. I hide inside this wooden maze, lost in a comfortable quiet haze. No need to speak, no need to prove, just watching the steady shadows move. The lo-fi beats in my headphones bleed, a soft snare snapping at 92. The world outside keeps spinning fast, but here the clock forgets what to do. I don't need to answer anyone now. The storm takes care of the sound. Brass leaf resting on page 214. Raindrops sliding down the glass. Let the hours pass, just let the hours pass.
Damp ozone and vintage paper fill the quiet alcove near the windowsill. She turns a page with quiet care, ignoring rain that streaks the glass out there. Across the aisle, a boy in gray types notes to pass the hours away. The rain taps steady on the dome above, a backdrop to a quiet love of books and open space. Neither speaks but both remain sheltered from the city lane. He watches how her shadow falls against the wooden study walls. She marks a line in violet ink, pausing for a second just to think, to pass a line by storm and light, sitting through the afternoon tonight. Her wet coat hangs behind the chair, the scent of petrichor still floating there. He shifts a mug of cooling tea, glancing up from section 83. A soft beat hums from headphone foam. Neither one is rushing home. The screen glows pale beneath the ceiling grid, a 2030 room where time stays hid. Rain heavy outside on the concrete street, while gentle lo-fi rhythms loop and repeat. She closes the book, she stands to depart. He leaves a small bookmark stamped with a heart. The smell of wet rain follows her out, a quiet chapter finished without a doubt. Cold porcelain holds the residue of yesterday's dark roast. I watch a tiny scratch reflect the muted gray outside. My screen is face down on the pine wood, silent for once. The neighborhood is sleeping in, no sirens in the distance. 5 days of running on caffeine and artificial deadlines, collapse into this wooden chair where time forgets to move. I stretch my fingers out, tracing the glacier ceramic rim, finding a rhythm in the stillness I forgot existed. No alarms calling out my name today, no calendar ticking down the price I have to pay. Just the low hum of the fridge and breathing room to clean the clutter out of every corner of this room. This is my Saturday sanctuary, stepping off the fast track, letting the world spin wild while I take my patience back. No place I need to run, no heavy words I need to speak. Just breathing slow enough to heal the bruises of the week. Floating through the quiet while the afternoon rolls in. Learning how to settle deep inside my own skin. A straight thread dangles from the sleeve of this old sweater. I pull it gently, letting thoughts unravel at their pace. Usually I am calculating moves 3 steps ahead. Now I'm staring at the shadow of the window frame. The radiator clinks a soft beat against the floorboards. Matches the pulse inside my chest that finally slowed down. I used to think that resting was a waste of precious hours. Now I see it as the only ground where sanity can flower. No alarms calling out my name today. No calendar ticking down the price I have to pay. Just the low hum of the fridge and breathing room to clean the clutter out of every corner of this room. This is my Saturday sanctuary, stepping off the fast track, letting the world spin wild while I take my patience back. No place I need to run, no heavy words I need to speak. Just breathing slow enough to heal the bruises of the week. Floating through the quiet while the afternoon rolls in. Learning how to settle deep inside my own skin. Let the missed calls stack up on the locked display. Let the world believe I drifted far away. I am right here, anchored to this kitchen seat, reclaiming every second that the hustle tried to cheat. Cold porcelain cooling down against my palm. Just me, myself, and this deliberate calm. The shadows move across the table real slow. Nowhere to go, nowhere to go. Stillness holds the living room hostage until a sudden thought cuts through the air. I realize I do not have anywhere to be. The alarm clock sits muted on the oak nightstand.
Shadow stretched lazily across the hardwood floor. A needle glides over the edge of a vintage record. Dust particles drift like golden specks in the amber beam. No notifications lighting up the screen beside my hip.
The city keeps racing 3 stories below my balcony.
Tires sizzle on pavement in a distant rush,
while time slows down to a manageable drip.
I pour cold water over 2 cubes of clear ice, watching the frost climb up the sides of the glass. This is the velvet grace of an unscheduled afternoon. Nothing to prove, nowhere to run, nobody to chase. We let the hours dissolve without a single plan. Bare feet resting on the edge of the woven rug, floating in the quiet warmth of a Saturday pulse.
She shifts slightly on the corner of the sectional sofa, turning the page of a book she opened 2 hours ago. The ice drops with the soft clink into amber tea. Ceiling fan rotates in a slow, deliberate circle.
Breathing syncs up with the rhythmic hum of the fridge. No emails waiting for an urgent reply today. Just sunlight painting long rectangles against the wall.
The city keeps racing 3 stories below my balcony.
Tires sizzle on pavement in a distant rush,
while time slows down to a manageable drip.
I pour cold water over 2 cubes of clear ice, watching the frost climb up the sides of the glass. This is the velvet grace of an unscheduled afternoon. Nothing to prove, nowhere to run, nobody to chase. We let the hours dissolve without a single plan. Bare feet resting on the edge of the woven rug, floating in the quiet warmth of a Saturday pulse.
We spent whole months chasing deadlines down empty streets, trading our peace for a paycheck and a hurried breath. Right here
between the shadow and the windowsill, we collect the moments we forgot how to hold. A sudden quiet feels like home. The needle clicks off at the end of the groove. Golden light dims down to a gentle indigo. No rush to turn on the lamp, we just sit in the stillness, holding the peace before it slips away.
Gravity pulls this velvet swivel chair deep in the hardwood floorboards while the clock ticks slow. Yeah, I'm sitting right here, 18-year-old me, watching steam rise off a cup you never had time to sip. You were running on 3 hours of sleep, panicking about semesters and unpaid rent, breathing like every second was a sprint toward the finish line that kept moving away. Look at this room today, it is Saturday, and nobody is calling with an emergency. The heavy leather beneath me sinks under 6 feet of stillness, and for the first time in 10 years, my shoulders are not up to my ears. You thought if you stopped moving you would lose the whole world. You thought taking a break was a luxury you could not afford. So I am writing this note on a clean sheet of paper just to drop it back through time to your broken plywood desk. Kid, you can rest now, the future is safe. We made it to the weekend without losing our face. Put down the pen, stop counting the days. The weight of this chair holds us in a quiet embrace. No alarms in the afternoon, no pressure to prove. Just breathe in the room that we paid for to move. I remember how your hands shook at night, filling out 3 different job applications. Scared of being stuck, scared of being ordinary, living on cheap instant noodles and dark thoughts. You thought 25 meant failure if you were not on a billboard down on Main Street. I wish I could tap your shoulder through the rearview mirror of time, tell you that Sunday afternoon will belong to us completely. No box on the line. We do not answer emails today. We do not calculate the balance in our head. The deep cushion under my thighs remembers every night you stayed up right out of fear. Kid, you can rest now, the future is safe. We made it to the weekend without losing our face. Put down the pen, stop counting the days. The weight of this chair holds us in a quiet embrace. No alarms in the afternoon, no pressure to prove. Just breathe in the room that we paid for to move. Take off those worn out shoes, little brother. Unclench your jaw, uncurl those tight fingers. All that sweat you spilled on the pavement. It bought the silent corner right here. You gave me this piece, so let me give you permission. It is okay to sink into the furniture and let the hours pass. The heavy chair holds us both now. Just relax into the cushion. It is Saturday afternoon. We finally made it. Where do the unfinished thoughts go when the bass hits slow? Maybe floating through the drywall or drifting down low. Phone screen face down, black glass reflecting the light. 5 missed calls from Tuesday, but today feels right. Yeah. Bare feet dragging on the wool rug, leaves in the breeze. Thinking about a sweater that I lost across the seas, or maybe left in the backseat of my brother's old Ford. Funny how the mind wanders when you're finally ignored by the deadline, the baseline, the clock on the wall. Guava soda sitting on a coaster made of cork, scraping off the residue of Friday with the fork. Nothing pressing, nothing urgent, know where I should be. Just a slow rotation of a quiet galaxy. Let the needle drag across the grooves real easy. Air conditioner humming while the clouds get breezy. No agenda written in the back of my mind, just the simple luxury of leaving time behind. Sinking in the cushion, watching shadows stretch long, unaware of where the day goes in a nameless song. Yeah, did I leave the kettle on? Or was that last week's dream? Floating down a river made of orange juice and cream. Neighborhood is having a cookout. I hear the distant sub sipping on iced tea, sitting in the velvet tub of ambient light spilling through the blinds on the glass. Mom called yesterday, asked if I was making cash. I just smiled through the receiver, staring at the pine, watching how the afternoon settles on the line. Ceiling fan spinning like an old faded track. No reason to rush, no reason to head back. Is it crazy how a Saturday can feel like a spell? No alarm to break the silence, no stories left to tell. Just the ambient rhythm of the world outside. A distant lawnmower taking the grass for her ride. Mind moving sideways, smooth like silk, pouring out the cereal, forgetting the milk. Ooh, where do the hours go? Nobody seems to care. Floating like dust motes hanging in the air. Couch cushion holding me tight. Gravity feeling just right. Just being right here. A basketball thumps rhythmically against asphalt down on 4th Street. The hollow bass reverberates right up through our floorboards. You have been staring at that glaring laptop screen since Tuesday. Your shoulders are locked tighter than the deadbolt on the frame. Drop the heavy backpack right beside the sofa cushion. There is no deadline coming to crash this quiet afternoon. The city outside is slowing down its heavy breathing. We do not owe anybody another answered call. I pour 2 glasses of cold brew over crushed ice. Come sit out on the fire escape and let the tension fall. Forget about the Monday morning grind for a moment. Kick your shoes past the door and just lean back. We got 24 hours where the clock does not run us. Nothing to prove, nothing we are forced to track. Just kick your shoes past the door, my friend, and breathe. The bass from a passing sedan vibrates through the window pane. Someone is laughing near the corner bodega down below. I saw you checking your work emails 3 times in 5 minutes. Close the browser tab and let the corporate river flow. You earned this lazy lounge in your faded woolen sweater. The world will keep spinning if you rest your hands today. The city outside is slowing down, is heavy breathing. We do not owe anybody another answered call. I pour 2 glasses of cold brew over crushed ice. Come sit out on the fire escape and let the tension fall. Forget about the Monday morning grind for a moment. Kick your shoes past the door and just lean back. We got 24 hours where the clock does not run us. Nothing to prove, nothing we are forced to track. Just kick your shoes past the door, my friend, and breathe. Remember back when Saturdays felt endless like the ocean. We would ride our bikes until the street lights hummed alive. We spent a week chasing deadlines for a paycheck. Now it is time to remember how it feels to just survive and thrive.
cast long shadows on the brick wall. No alarm set for tomorrow. Just keep your feet up on the stool. We are completely good right here.
This brass key sits beside my cold coffee cup,
A quiet reminder of doors we used to unlock together.
I trace its ridges with the tip of my thumb, wondering when your memories stopped feeling heavy and started feeling hollow.
The silence in this kitchen carries the weight of every word we left unsaid. I keep expecting your shadow to cross the hallway, but it is just the steady ticking of the wall clock, measuring the distance between who we were and who I am now.
I thought time would smooth out the sharp edges, make the empty side of the bed feel a little less cold.
Instead I just sit here talking to myself,
rewinding every conversation until the tape wears thin.
I am learning how to live in the aftershocks of you, holding on to moments that do not belong to me anymore.
Every corner of this room still speaks your name in whispers,
and I'm stuck in the silence, trying to answer back. It is hard letting go
when your ghost feels more real than the truth. Your old leather jacket is still hanging by the door, and I cannot bring myself to move it an inch. It smells like rain and cheap tobacco from that trip we took in July.
I catch myself rehearsing speeches I will never deliver, explaining why I stayed silent when I should have fought. You moved on while I stayed frozen in place, staring at a ring mark on the wooden tabletop.
I thought time would smooth out the sharp edges, make the empty side of the bed feel a little less cold.
Instead I just sit here talking to myself,
rewinding every conversation until the tape wears thin.
I am learning how to live in the aftershocks of you, holding on to moments that do not belong to me anymore.
Every corner of this room still speaks your name in whispers,
and I'm stuck in the silence, trying to answer back. It is hard letting go
when your ghost feels more real than the truth.
Maybe we were meant to burn fast and turn to ash.
Maybe I love the idea of us more than the reality we built.
I'll leave the brass key right where it is,
a small metal anchor holding me down in a
sea of regret. The coffee goes completely cold,
the apartment stays quiet.
I put the brass key in my pocket
and finally close my eyes. The number 2 hangs frozen on the LED display. It is 2 p.m. 3 years from now on a rainy Saturday. We do not check our inbox, and we do not count our savings. We just listen to the water hit the skylight in the hallway. I see myself sitting on a velvet sofa, green as moss. No missed calls from managers, no tally of the loss. Your shoes are on the hardwood right next to my old boots. We finally grew the branches after digging through the roots. I close my eyes in the small rented room today, just to smell the future coffee drifting in from miles away. There is no rush to answer, there is no debt to pay, just 52 weekends waiting for our escape. We are gonna find a quiet house we haven't bought yet, sleeping through the afternoon without a single regret. Silk sheets cooling down the summer skin we carry. Nothing left to prove and nothing left to bury, just a beat dropping slow in the room full of sun. When the hard work is over and the heavy days are done, I picture 5 o'clock slipping by without a sound. Ice cubes melting in a glass of tea on solid ground. You are humming some old soul track while you flip a record over. No alarm set for tomorrow, no shadow on our shoulder. Right now I work the graveyard shift and stare at city lights, counting up the paychecks through these long exhausting nights. But I can feel that future Sunday waiting down the track, where we sink into the cushion and we never look back. I close my eyes in the small rented room today, just to smell the future coffee drifting in from miles away. There is no rush to answer, there is no debt to pay, just 52 weekends waiting for our escape. We are gonna find the quiet house we haven't bought yet, sleeping through the afternoon without a single regret. Silk sheets cooling down the summer skin we carry, nothing left to prove and nothing left to bury, just a beat dropping slow in a room full of sun. When the hard work is over and the heavy days are done, every overtime out is a brick inside the wall. Every dime saved in the drawer will catch us when we fall. I can see the light reflecting off your golden ring. I can hear the quiet stillness that the weekend brings. The number 2 glows steady on the table by the bed. No more racing thoughts inside my heavy head, just a promised afternoon floating far ahead, where the world drops away and we are finally fed. Yeah. Rainwater rushes down the storm, drain right outside your window. You haven't moved an inch from that couch since 9 o'clock. The bass from a passing taxi vibrates through the window glass, and you just stare at a ghost near the hallway clock. I brought 2 cheap paper cups from the bodega downstairs. You don't have to tell me what she said before she pulled away her chair. I know that quiet look in your eyes, I've walked that road before. When love turns into a spirit locking you behind the door, you keep staring at your screen like a notification changes the news. Just let it breathe, brother, you got nothing left to lose. Put your phone face down tonight and let the ice melt in your drink. You gave her every piece of your soul, don't let your spirit sink. She picked a path and walked out into the midnight cold. I'm staying right here beside you until this heavy story gets old. Put your phone face down tonight. Yeah. An ambulance siren wails 3 blocks over through the dark. You choke back a heavy breath like you still expect her laugh. I remember when you 2 were holding hands inside the park. Now you're cutting every digital photo right down the middle half. Her jacket is gone from the hook beside the front rack. And you sit in this room waiting for a memory to hit back. I know that quiet look in your eyes, I've walked that road before. When love turns into a spirit locking you behind the door, you keep staring at your screen like a notification changes the news. Just let it breathe, brother, you got nothing left to lose. Put your phone face down tonight and let the ice melt in your drink. You gave her every piece of your soul, don't let your spirit sink. She picked the path and walked out into the midnight cold. I'm staying right here beside you until this heavy story gets old. Put your phone face down tonight. Some loves are meant to build a home, some just teach you how to bleed. You think you lost your whole world, but space is what you really need. Listen to the city hum, it moves on with or without us. We will pick up every single piece, step by step, back to trust. The street sweepers starting up down on 5th Avenue. Leave the apartment lights off, let the dark cover you. I'm sitting on this armchair till
till the dawn decides to show. Put your phone face down, my friend. Just let her go.
My brother said leave the phone on silent tonight. His words still hanging in my mind like a quiet truth. Now the static on the stereo finds a mellow groove, and the note is a hairline crack in my blue mug. The radiator hums 3 notes below C sharp, while a paper bag rustles on the kitchen counter. A single wet leaf sticks to the glass outside, and the water in the kettle makes tiny rhythmic pops. No place I gotta run to, no deadline on my breath. Just watching how the ceiling fan casts shadows on my chest. The afternoon is stretching long and wide, collecting every little detail left inside. This is how the Saturday feels when the world slows down. A stack of old magazines on the corner table, the yellow sweater hanging from the radiator knob, the faint smell of rain on dry cement below. I am cataloging tiny things I never saw, breathing in the stillness like a forgotten law. Yesterday he said to let the hours float by, so I count 5 silver sedans parked on the street. The ice cube in my tea melts down to a needle, and the blinds across the alley swing in the draft. A loose white thread hangs off my cotton sock. The second hand clicks steadily against the wall. I haven't checked my notifications since last night, and the light hits the floorboards at a 40-degree slant. No place I gotta run to, no deadline on my breath. Just watching how the ceiling fan casts shadows on my chest. The afternoon is stretching long and wide, collecting every little detail left inside. This is how the Saturday feels when the world slows down. A stack of old magazines on the corner table, a yellow sweater hanging from the radiator knob, the faint smell of rain on dry cement below. I am cataloging tiny things I never saw, breathing in the stillness like a forgotten law. Someone laughs 3 floors down through the floorboards. A heavy key ring drops onto the hallway tile. The low bass from a cruising car vibrates the window frame, reminding me the world keeps moving without my permission. I taste the vanilla syrup settled at the bottom of the cup. I'm clenching my jaw, letting the seconds fall where they may. This is how the Saturday feels when the world slows down. A stack of old magazines on the corner table, a yellow sweater hanging from the radiator knob, the faint smell of rain on dry cement below. I am cataloging tiny things I never saw, breathing in the stillness like a forgotten law. Two sparrows perched on the fire escape railing, my face reflected upside down in the chrome toaster. Just small observations line by line, nothing to fix, nothing to call mine. Threadbare jersey cotton scrapes against my collarbone as I turn over. The weave of this oversized vintage tee carries 20 washes in its seams. It feels just like the thrifted fleece you left behind 6 years ago. Saturday light bends through the blinds, casting ribbed shadows on the floor. No alarm sounding, no emails unread, just the soft friction of aged fabric. Suddenly I am pulled back into that basement apartment on a rainy July. Time dilates when the urban noise drops out. The past comes creeping in without a doubt. I can smell wet pavement through an open screen. I can feel the bass line vibrating in between. This quiet afternoon brings every shadow back to life. We were young with no schedules, cutting through the static night. Rewinding the tape to a Saturday that never seems to end. Surrender to the sofa cushion, holding on to yesterday again. Nothing to prove, nowhere to run. Lost inside a gentle groove. You were stretched out on the braided rug, balancing sweet tea and old neo-soul records spinning slow from a cracked display screen. We spent 5 hours talking about moving out west or starting a press. No deadlines knocking at our ribs, no corporate armor, no modern stress. The rough weave of that couch pressed grit patterns into our knees. We didn't know we were living the golden era under the trees. Now my apartment is larger and the monthly rent is paid on time. I buy high thread count sheets, but this frayed cotton feels divine. It holds the exact blueprint of who we were before the world grew loud. Just two dreamers wrapped in hand-me-downs, elevated off the ground. This quiet afternoon brings every shadow back to life. We were young with no schedules, cutting through the static night. Rewinding the tape through a Saturday that never seems to end. Surrender to the sofa cushion, holding on to yesterday again. Nothing to prove, nowhere to run. Lost inside a gentle groove. Worn cotton resting against my skin, letting the forgotten summer settle in. The weekend keeps us safe and slow, back to the only rhythm I used to know.
Vanilla incense lingering near the window frame, reminding Marcus of the nights before the silence came. She sat across the kitchen island with a cold green tea. Her eyes avoided every shadow where it used to be. The beat was bumping from a car parked down on Fulton Street.
A slow tempo bass line heavy with a sad repeat. He packed his denim jacket in a warm leather bag, while she pulled down the blinds so the evening wouldn't drag.
Two different hearts in the exact same room, trading heavy quiet underneath an amber moon. Neither wants to say the final phrase out loud, just two lost spirits hiding in a private cloud. He walks left when the street light flickers on. She stays inside right until the break of dawn. They build a sanctuary out the beat and rhyme. Now they're just two strangers running out of time. The record spins on an empty turntable platform, safe from the chill but freezing in the storm.
She found his golden ring behind a sofa cushion leather, remembering the autumn when they laughed at stormy weather. He kept a folded Polaroid inside his wallet, seemed a ghost of happier days trapped in a midtown dream. No raised voices, no broken glass across the floor, just a soft turn of iron as he locked the door. Two different hearts in the exact same room, trading to be quiet underneath an ember moon. Neither wants to say the final phrase out loud, just two lost spirits hiding in a private cloud. He walks left when the street light flickers on. She stays inside right until the break of dawn. They built a sanctuary out of beat and rhyme. Now they're
just two strangers running out of time. The record spins on an empty turntable platform, safe from the chill but freezing in the storm. Love don't always end with the thunderous sound. Sometimes it just sinks quietly into the ground. He takes the midnight train heading far out west. She puts her hands over her pounding chest. The scent of vanilla slowly fades away, leaving nothing behind for the coming day. Two parallel lines that will never touch again, just the quiet echo of where they had been.
The apartment sits completely mute until the sudden memory of your laughter breaks through the room. A blue neon sign outside the window casts long square shadows across the wooden floorboards. Your black leather coat used to hang by the front door frame, right where the paint is peeling off. Now the hallway lights stay dim while I stare at the carpet pattern where your boots used to sit. I watch the dust motes float through the soft glare of the street light coming through the blinds. The television screen flickers gray without any sound turned on. I trace the outline of your absent shadow against the hallway wall. Every quiet corner holds a memory that refuses to move out. We build a whole world in this small space. Now I'm just pacing through the leftover air. Someone else lives in your room now, but your ghost still pays the rent. The blue light cuts the kitchen table right where we used to sit and talk till dawn. I watch the camera pan across the empty sofa where you left your green scarf behind. Love was a long movie, but the ending arrived before the lights went up. A half-filled mug sits cold near the edge of the granite counter next to the sink. Outside the window, yellow taxi cabs slide down the wet asphalt 4 floors below. The digital clock on the stove ticks silently from 3:42 to 3:43. I keep my hands inside my jacket pockets because the temperature dropped the moment you walked away. The hallway mirror still reflects the spot where you stood while turning your key for the final time. The television screen flickers gray without any sound turned on. I trace the outline of your absent shadow against the hallway wall. Every quiet corner holds a memory that refuses to move out. We build a whole world in this small space. Now I'm just pacing through the leftover air. Someone else lives in your room now, but your ghost still pays the rent. The blue light cuts the kitchen table right where we used to sit and talk till dawn. I watch the camera pan across the empty sofa where you left your green scarf behind. Love was a long movie, but the ending arrived before the lights went up. Slow zoom on the front door handle where your fingers left a smudge. The street lights outside change from yellow to red while the city keeps moving past. I hold my breath and listen for the sound of footfalls coming up the staircase carpet. Nothing moves except the curtain swaying softly in the drive from the cracked frame. The apartment settles back into absolute quiet. The screen goes black as the street light fades. Your green scarf sits untouched on the couch cushion. The scene ends right here in the dark. Cinnamon and dirt roast, espresso drift across the quiet kitchen floor. He lets the kettle whistle softly while he leaves his shoes beside the door. The 5-day rush of corporate deadlines finally fades into the air. Marcus trades a starch white collar for a hoodie and a folding chair. He slides the balcony door wide to catch the cool October breeze. The city hums 2 flights below him, nestled underneath the trees. No notifications lighting up his phone screen on the glass. He watches shadows stretch out slow and lets the hurry pass. The steam rises up in little spirals from his favorite ceramic mug. He pulls his wool socks tight and gives his tired shoulders a shrug. This is a Saturday in slow motion, nobody calling for a sign. He trades the fast lane for the stillness, leaving every stress behind. Just vinyl spinning on the table, bass drum tapping soft and low. He breathes the weekend deep inside him, watching all the hours go. He pours another cup of hazelnut and lets the record reach the end. A breeze moves through the houseplants while he reads a letter from a friend. No spreadsheets open on his laptop, just a half-filled sketch pad on the side. He draws the skyline through the fog and lets his steady pencil glide. The afternoon comes creeping in with amber light across his knees. He isn't checking on the clock, he does exactly as he please. No notifications lighting up his phone screen on the glass. He watches shadows stretch out slow and lets the hurry pass. The steam rises up in little spirals from his favorite ceramic mug. He pulls his wool socks tight and gives his tired shoulders a shrug. This is a Saturday in slow motion, nobody calling for a sign. He trades the fast lane for the stillness, leaving every stress behind. Just vinyl spinning on the table, bass drum tapping soft and low. He breathes the weekend deep inside him, watching all the hours go. The city keeps its frantic tempo out beyond the avenue, but in this corner of his world he only does what he wants to. He stretches out across the sofa, lets his heavy eyelids fall. The afternoon is wide and generous, no duties left to call. Cinnamon drifting in the hallway, Marcus slumbers through the afternoon light. The record clicks and spins in silence, everything is calm and right.